Thank you, Capricorn parents, for watching Parental Guidance, the only show on YouTube dedicated to bringing you monthly insights for your child. Hopefully you watched the first video that's going to explain why everything looks a little different. There is just so much that I want to share with you that I'm too excited. I got to get in it. I got to jump in this like right now, right away. So this reading is one of two ways. Either your Capricorn child is going to act uncharacteristically like playful and not out of control, but just they have a lot of energy in November, and I do not know why. Maybe they're gearing up for their birthday month, but just acting in a happy, uncharacteristic way, like taking risks. I get that as well, definitely. Towards the end. And then also you have maybe your older Capricorn children who are taking systematic risks, or step by step gaining the courage to bring something to a positive end. And this speaks to Capricorn children of all ages. So if you are an adult Capricorn, feel free to watch your reading for yourself. I look at mine because I'm a child of somebody. Anywho, they have the, which is so cool, the Animal Deities card in reverse. Capricorn is so awesome. They're so stable. They are like the master of like organization and networking and business and all that stuff. So it's like they have to have all of these, they have to be able to master all of these deities to be able to know how to delegate and what needs to be done when, and so on and so forth. So in my opinion, I know that I'm talking to adults. Hopefully there's no kids watching this, but Capricorn kids are badass to me, I think. So they have it in reverse, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it speaks to me like a defiance or a rebellion. So they're not really functioning in their element. They're kind of like disregarding it, out of character, let's say that. But the divinity, the guidance, and the wisdom, maybe that could be thrown to the wind just a touch, but not something that's going to hinder them in their progress. They have the bronze card in reverse, and it looks like somebody's abs, and I just think that this picture almost looks like somebody saying, strengthen your body. And the Capricorn child is like, nope. Like that's what I feel like. They're just like, nope, don't want to do it. Not doing that at all. I just want to do my own thing. So it's like, be mindful that it could have something to do with, putting too much work in, and that maybe they need to slow down. But it's not a bad thing. There was did this talk about something that I wanted to touch on? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't this card. Maybe it was a different card. I think it was another card. But it just wants you to bring strength and wisdom and all this other stuff. And, either it's like, nope, don't want to do it. Or maybe there's a fear associated with being able to bring that to fruition. So they have the barrel card in the upright, which is helpful. It speaks of resolution, stress reduction, and potential new possibilities. So there's some goals going on here. So their energy is the bronze. Their monthly vibration is just, I don't know if I want to, commit to doing this way. I want to kind of do my own thing, or maybe I'm struggling with courage or something like that. Their challenge this month is just stress reduction, being open to new possibilities, or a resolution. As you can see, something with a speedy end. We'll touch on that later. But it says an ongoing problem or dilemma will soon be resolved in an unexpected way. And that's encouraging, because we'll get to this card later that says that also. They have the regret card. And if for the squirrely Capricorns, they're going to do something where they're just going to throw caution to the wind. It's not like they're being malicious and just like, I don't regret anything. But it's just they're not getting caught up in that. They're just running too fast in their goal to allow themselves to be bogged down by regret. So that's good. You know, I know that I cannot change the past. They're not even thinking about the past. Past is like, I'm done. You know, they're on to the next thing. So that's healthy and good. You know, their goal for November is, or their focus is, you know, they're struggling with their courage. You know, they're not focused on, yeah, I got this. It's some doubt there about their ability to do it, but that's okay. It's like their overall arching theme, but they're gonna be fine. So in the month of November, this is the beginning, this is the end, and somehow this is the middle, and they all tie together. So there's an opportunity, or maybe there's a project or something that they're working on, and it's not them, but it's the timing. And in the first week, there's an opportunity, and it's just going to be like, no, this is not for you. And they're going to be okay with that. So I don't know who this is for. I'm going with it. This is a general read, so it's going to apply to specific people. But something, it could be a project or your child's development thing. Maybe they're learning how to walk or something. Now is not the time. Not this week in November. Maybe next week, because they have the TikTok card, and it speaks of timing. So it's like a divine time. You know, if you have the squirrely Capricorns, it's just like they're all over the place. They're just like, woo! You know, like you may have to keep them on a schedule. But for the ones that are working on a project, this is a divine timing. For the squirrely ones, you may have to, you know, and I use this term very loosely, and I'm joking when I say it, but you may have to beat their behind this week. It's like, nope, not for you. You need to sit down. Better listen. And I don't know. Capricorns, they're stern, but they're very loving. So you just have to put down the firm discipline for them, for the squirrely ones. During the third week, we have the Imagine card. So the possibilities are endless. It's like red light, green light, go. Like 60 and a 30. Like, just go for it. Full speed ahead. Go for it. Your squirrely ones, your squirrely Capricorns, and I get it just that they're younger. They just may be full of creativity and imagination, and they just may want to color everything. And, you know, this speaks to manifesting thought, like turning imagination into manifestation. So they may want to color, and, you know, all these creative ideas in their minds are coming out literally on paper. And finally, in the last week of November, they have come to the edge. And it's such a confirmation, because it speaks of courage. And it says courage, that's the essential meaning, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting the risk. So I'm excited for them to take that leap and, you know, facing the unknown and go for it. And towards that end of the month, you know, after they had the turkey, they just may like go for it, like take off running amok, and they go to grandma's house and have turkey, and you know, or whoever's cooking, and then they just lose their happy little mind, like, woo! You know, so that's what I get there. It just bring a leash. That's all I can say. You know, bring some PJs, a pillow. Just be prepared. So the change, which is great, because this is how they're feeling, and these cards are the same color, which is awesome. Courage. So that they will be coming into courage, you know, by the month's end, taking that leap of faith. So congrats to them. And the end result is they're, you know, going to need to know how to guard themselves, or where to put their energies, to shield themselves, essentially. Hopefully you can see that. I wish this was more in focus. But it says invoke protection to bring the situation to a speedy end. So it could be a proposal. It could be a business idea, you know, for your older Capricorns. It could be, you know, if they are running amok, they're going to need some protection to, you know, keep them from hurting themselves by November 30th. Okay? You know, invoke some protection to bring all that energy to an end. Something. And mom and dad, you may need to find ways to shield yourself with all that energy that those little Capricorns are going to be having this month. I just feel it. So how you can help them? One or two ways. Just watch all that silliness unfold. You know, just watch. You see it coming. They running too fast and they hit a wall or bump their head, or, you know. So I knew they were going to do that. You know, I told you. I saw that happening. You know, you just watch. And also, for your older ones that are working on a project, you know, just be there. Watch what they're doing. Watch their process. So at the end of it, you can tell them how good of a job they did and how you watch them in their process. Okay, cool. Just watching the time. But it says, watch for a miracle. Coincidences are divinely inspired moments. You can't see that, but I'm pointing to this TikTok card because it talks about divine timing. And it says, they're designed to remind us that a higher power is guiding our lives. You can't read that, but otherwise I get glare. So, yeah, you got the watch card. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, the higher power is definitely guiding their lives. So they have faith and courage to know that everything's going to work out for them. And faith and courage for the little ones that they will still be alive after November 30th, because they have just ran you ragged, I am sure. You have two beautiful cards, pun intended. This is speaking to creativity. So to the parents of Capricorn children, you may be working on a project yourself, a business idea, something creative, where you were having to put all of yourself into it. You know, see how she has all the stuff in her hair, devoting your full self to a new innovative idea. And you were beautiful. You were doing a beautiful thing. Beautiful card, beautiful task, beautiful thing of innovation that you were creating. And to take courage in that yourself, that you're creating something that matters. You are creating something that is divinely inspired and beautiful and necessary, vital to be added to our world and our environment, and for you to never discount that. So that is your reading, Capricorns. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you, and we look forward to celebrating your child next month in December. Have a great month.